Hello there, I'm Julienne Ryan of J. Ryan Partners, Be Engaged at Work, and together we have
Yael Zofi of AIM Strategies Applied Innovative Management.
the last time we talked, you were quoting from your book, and it made me think that visual prompts help us because I don't want us to have the expectation here that everyone memorizes verbatim everything we need to know about remote teams and what we should be doing. So we came up with an idea today that we're going to do this session a little bit different. And I'm going to make you the co-host. So while you're looking for your visual prompts, I'm going to do some switching around here. Okay, you are now the co-host.
For that, because today we're going to use a little visual prompt because to continue on the topic of building trust and accountability in the virtual space, there are 4 types of spokes on the wheel. I call it the wheel of trust. And to do that and to share it with you, I'm going to share my screen. So
Wonderful.
I want to know if, can you see my screen? I'm going to put this in a nice visual. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to end the show and try to do that. I'm going to Zoom. This is so lovely. I love the technology. Okay, here we go.
But this is reality. You know, it's just reality. Things work and then they don't.
Screen now, right?
Yes, perfect.
All right. So the important thing about, and I'm going to share and mention this and then leave at the end a couple of minutes for us maybe to have 1 or 2 questions and open it to the audience, which we always like to hear your comments and suggestions. But in the virtual space, there are 4 elements that achieve trust and accountability. It's called the Wheel of Trust. This is a model particularly for virtual teams and virtual world. Because these, think of a wheel, and actually inside the wheel you see it kind of looks like a person with lots of different tentacles and arms. Think of a car. If you're driving yourself down the global superhighway, you want to gain an edge. You want to have the wheel driving more smoothly, because once the wheel drives smoothly, you get in the middle. You get that accountability, and that's what I call trust synchronization. In order for that accountability to happen, there are 4 types of trust that need to be achieved. Okay, you see them on the outside of the wheel: commitment trust, honesty trust, competence trust, and representation trust. So let me go through them very, very briefly. Commitment trust has to do with the follow-through, with the agreements, committing to doing something, acknowledging the contribution, providing different ways, agendas, ways to create internal deadline. The thing with commitment is, you know, can I trust you to follow through? You said you're going to do it. Are you committed to doing it? Is it going to happen? Is there going to be a follow-through method? Are you going to keep your promises? That's essentially commitment trust. So you want to have that. The next one you want to have is honesty trust. Honesty has to do with your words and your actions. Can I trust you to be honest about what's working and maybe what's not working? So if you can't get to that meeting, or can't get me the report, or are running late, or something is going on, particularly nowadays during COVID, can I trust you to be proactive and honest about what's going on and avoiding the blame game? Now, some of these have to do with teams, virtual or not, like honesty trust. The third one is competence. Competence trust has to do with your capabilities. This is why we hire people into organizations, because they have competence, they have the ability. So can I trust you to say, you know, if you're the expert on this topic, or this is your area that you do, or even if you don't know, to say, I don't know. Can I trust you to set these standards or the expectations, to promote that transparency, to report out, and if there's missing data, to seek ways to get that data? Okay, that has to do with competence trust. The 4th one is my favorite. It's called representation trust. And this is particularly important in the virtual space, because representation trust is, can I trust you to represent me even though I'm not in the room? So think of the virtual room. Okay, think of a case of like lawyers and accountants in an audit. An accountant represents you in the audit. In a legal thing, the lawyer represents the client. Can I trust you, my team member, to represent me? Because I'm not physically present. I may not even be able to be virtually present on that call, but my team members are going to be there and participate on my behalf, or maybe make decisions on my behalf. So can I trust you to be there, build the relationship, and represent me, and when I'm not in the room. These four types of things, and I love this quote: we're not a team because we work together, we're a team because we respect, trust, and care for each other. And that's the gist of the Wheel of Trust. Okay? When you have these four: commitment, honesty, competence, and representation, trust, spokes in alignment, just like you would when you drive a car, when your wheels are at the axis, at the cross in the middle, then you're going to get accountability. So
Okay.
now I'm going to disable my screen share and come back so you can see me. And that was a very quick way to go through the four components, and pictures worth 1,000 words. It's much easier to understand. What are your thoughts, questions, concerns?
Well, I think visuals help a lot as reminders, and the more you can use them to just kind of self-check along the way, and also listen to what your internal voice is telling you. Usually the things our gut are telling us if something's amiss, or something you read in your body language, or something you're picking up, and is the time to pay attention. And my favorite one is the honest, being honest portion of it, and picking and choosing how you pursue your questions, and your follow-up is very, very important
The
too.
key is to explore all four of them. In fact, when I do trust audit, it's a tool that we have with virtual teams. You want to look at your trust quotient in all of them, in honesty being one of them, and one of the initial ones, because honesty is early relationship building, honesty, trust. Commitment, competence, and honesty are early relationship. Then you have commitment and representation. All four have to be in alignment in order for trust to be realized, and to be in sync, and to allow you to drive and get deliverables done, get your results done in a more effective manner. And that's important to consider, is exploring these four. You can explore them as questions. You can explore them by doing a trust audit. You can use your team meetings to discuss. You can even use the time that we're going through, COVID days. How do we get higher honesty trust now? How do we get higher commitment trust? How do we get the competence trust that we need? How do we get representation trust? And pose it in a way, because the outcome of these four in alignment is accountability. And everyone wants to have more clear accountability.
For sure. And I think the fact that you have a framework that people can use and work through is important, because they don't need to figure it out. You've laid it out for them in a methodology that will help.
Right.
Well, I'm going to say thank you again. And until the next time, we know we can find you on LinkedIn with you and your virtual team, and all the great latest and greatest postings and the articles that go with it. So until next time, be safe and be well. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.